Aries Venus, this is your monthly love and relationship reading. If you haven't seen me before, my name's Kane. This is a spread that I developed. Yes, I'm so smart. I'm so wonderful. I'm so great. Let's see what's going on in your relationship or just your love life in general right now. This is for Aries Venus. Not compatible. You don't really believe there's a match for you. Have an open mind. Okay, let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on with that. So first we're going to draw a card for you. How you show up in the relationship or in your love life or to others. There's a particular person. I mean, this card is kind of saying there's not. It's like, I'm single. I don't know. I don't know. There's just no one for me. I'm so fabulous and unique. I'm not saying that's not true, but let's see. Get a card for you. Okay. Got Seven of Pentacles reversed. That right off the rip is just saying there hasn't been enough focus on something. You're like, is this even worth it? I'm putting all this energy into something like a past relationship, and then it just turned out to be shit. And so I just don't know where to go from here. Very relatable. For another person, whether this is an ex or just someone you had your mind on or whatever, we're getting King of Pentacles reversed. This is someone that mishandles their resources. They're bad with money. They haven't developed good skill or talent. They could also be controlling with money and resources. They didn't do enough. They didn't go into action. They didn't show passion towards you as well with the Ace of Wands reversed there. What's the major issue? Like, what's the center of this whole problem? You're supported, by the way. Three of Cups. Your friends are there for you, at least. Or loved ones, family, whoever it is. Me, I'm here. Listen, I'm here for you. Oh, freaking Roman numerals. Nine of Pentacles reversed. There's a type of dependency and a lack of a lack of independence. Things get codependent. I'm gonna go with that. All right. What do you want in a relationship? Got the Six of Cups reversed. Just something new. Just bring me something new. I don't want the same old bullshit over and over again. This last person is King of Pentacles reversed, whether it's an individual or if it's a repeating pattern for some of you. What did they want out of the relationship? Come on, what did you want? Got Five of Wands, competition. Two of Wands reversed, no clear plans, no clear strategy. And then the Page of Swords reversed. So this is a very childlike, immature energy coming off of this. They haven't thought a whole hell of a lot about what they want. They didn't have any clear plans in mind. It was more just like, I enjoy the chase, or I want to compete with you. I want to argue and be argumentative. All right. Next, we're looking at what were your fears about the relationship? Hermit reversed. No insight. Criticism. Queen of Swords reversed at the base. Like you didn't have anywhere to return to. Your own private space. Poor health coming up. Like it's just not healthy. There's not enough independence here, Aries. There's not enough independence. It's codependent. This person's like too much up in my energy. They're taking my money. They're taking my time. They don't have their own shit going on. What were they afraid of in the relationship? IX. Is that 9? Nine of Cups reversed. Well, their dreams aren't going to come true. Ten of Cups reversed. We won't have a family. It's not going to be a happily ever after. I mean, they're kind of coming up pretty juvenile in their expectations out of relationships, what they're willing to put in, what they expect to get in return. Oh gosh, we also have an Eight of Pentacles reversed at the base of the deck. They haven't put in enough effort or work. They're not practiced. I'm about to shuffle like this, like the opposite way of what I usually do. Like I just was born yesterday. A lot of born yesterday vibes here from them. How did you see them in the relationship we're talking? How did you see them? This is a Four of Wands reversed. Homeless. Homeless, like they ain't got nowhere to run to. They run into you for help. A Ten of Swords. Just dead in the water, ain't going nowhere. Two of Pentacles. You got to juggle their whole life for them. They can't get it figured out. They're just at a dead end in life. The world reversed. Also not really outgoing enough for your taste. Judgment. You were right. You had them dead to rights. Okay, so I can see where you're coming with this not compatible. You don't really believe there's a match for you because it was like, oh, that one. But we're gonna get info about why that happened, not just what was. You don't need me to tell you all that. How did they see you? How did they see you when y'all were in the relationship? This could be multiple people, like a repeating pattern, or just the eggs. Page of Wands reversed. Non-communicative. Just tell me what you want. Tell me what to do. Tell me what to do. Five of Cups. Oh, you're just so negative. You're always looking at the negatives and like, you don't really want to like, see how my good qualities are shining through. That calendar had the month of May, if that means anything to you on it. Okay. What's next? How can you support them? What can they ask for support with? That's more of a context of like a current relationship. So as an ex, it would be more like, what did you teach them? What did you give them? Because we also have what you're learning. I'm like trying to like readjust this reading on the fly. Let me ask something else. What was the secret about the meaning of this relationship that you yet don't know? What was the secret that you are just here today, listening to this reading right in this moment, to learn about this relationship? Ooh, she's hiding a secret that went on in this relationship that you do not know. Eight of Pentacles reversed. Five of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles reversed. And the Sun at the base. So the fact that this person was not willing to work on it, and maybe you weren't willing to work on it either because you immediately identified that it wasn't a good fit. And then the Five of Pentacles, and this card is very unusual based on what you usually see. But it's like, we're outsiders, like it's a trauma bond, like and then we've got the Knight of Pentacles reversed, where things are very unsteady. They're not moving forward. They're not stable. But then there's the Sun. I think this was like a readjustment of values. Like maybe you entered the relationship on the basis of money. Money is showing up a lot here. Resources. But like this pulled you outside, this relationship pulled you outside of yourself in a new way that you were unfamiliar with, and kind of set you off kilter and off balance so that you could come back home to yourself and what really brings you joy. What should I ask about them? What did you learn about them that was useful to you? What could you learn in this moment about them? Knight of Cups reversed and the Four of Pentacles. They had a sort of authenticity and a directness and in your face, and they didn't sugarcoat things in a way that maybe you were used to. And I think the Moon they held things very close to their chest and were rather secretive. Yet they also weren't sugarcoating things. That's like kind of a weird dichotomy in a person. Maybe something you hadn't encountered before, where it seems like they're very authentic and very bold and just like, hey, I'm just going to tell you how I see it, blah, blah, blah. But they still had things that they were hiding. I'm not going to say, I mean, Eight of Wands, yeah, communications. I mean, maybe it's a duplicity, something going on there, you know, talking to others on social media, through apps and through messaging. Could be, okay, who knows? Who cares? This is in the past, fuck it. But like, I think this was maybe a new, you know, someone who appears to be very forthright and not all like roses and like love bombing and stuff. And then you were like, okay, I can trust them, like without looking very deeply into it. It was a new fear unlocked. You know, like I don't know, just something new for you to encounter. Like those two things being present in a person is that like you can give your trust, but then it's also, you know, based on past actions, not just the personality of a person. You've also got to, you know, there's a place and time for benefit of the doubt, but then it's also like, okay, well, show me who you are, show me who you are. And this person, you know, you gave them maybe you trusted them a little too quickly, just based on who they seemed like in the beginning. So, what did you ultimately learn from this relationship? That's what we're really here for. The Sun. What really makes you happy? What brings you joy? Your inner light. Knight of Wands. Some matters about sexuality also, like what energizes you, what you're passionate for, what you're sexually attracted to. It's all about that self-discovery. And then at the base of it, the Ten of Wands, what you commit to. Yeah, some burdens aren't worth having, but I think that, you know, you're learning more about how long that journey can be towards an achievement, and that the commitment to the relationship requires a level of accountability to yourself, having to wait things out takes time. You know, sometimes you're carrying them, as I've seen it, then you end up carrying the other person, and you know, like it's just a give and take. And sometimes that process is like months, years long even, where they're kind of fucking up and you feel like you're doing all the heavy lifting, but they are still working towards that goal. They're just not as efficient at it as you. And then something flips, and now they're efficient. They're working towards the goal. They're not having too many troubles, and you're in the shit. And part of that building that relationship is like, hey, I was there for you, now you're here for me. And of course, that's something that you have to both say yes to on a consistent basis. It's always up for debate, it's always up for readjustment. And then we've got the Lovers here reversed. If you're not on the same path, though, and this is really the 10 of Wands here, like this is the answer to this. Is it yes or no? Because you're not going to carry water for someone for months or years if you don't have a shared goal or vision in mind. And ultimately, that is what this all was about. You may have had a lot of love for this person and they for you. But if you're not on the same path, and what are you working towards? If you're not working towards the same goal, it goes in relationships that you're going to have very different ways of doing things, different communication styles, different ways of acting. And those challenges actually, you'll see it in like an astrology synastry chart where it's like, well, this is square to that and this is opposing that, but that's where all the energy is. If it was all trines, if you don't know about astrology, like I get it, but if it was all trines, then it would be all like, oh, I'm a Pisces and he's a Scorpio, and it's just like everything is supposed to be good here, but it's like it's easy, but that doesn't mean there's any energy behind it whatsoever. And you need both. So, like, it's okay to have differing modes of thinking or ways of acting. In fact, that's really makes you a good team. But the achievement of the goal has to be shared, or else what are we fucking doing here? So, what did they learn? As if you care. I don't know why. Like, I don't fucking care. What did they learn from the relationship? Page of Swords. Ooh, okay, that came back up. King of Cups reversed. And then Eight of Swords. Ooh, shit. I mean, they're trapped in a situation of their own doing because of their inexperience and kind of juvenile ways of thinking. I'm not going to say, and this is also with the King of Cups reverse, it's like jealousy, it's emotional dysregulation, it's being emotionally reliant to like, I need you to make me feel better and this and that. But there's reckoning here, right? It's in what did they learn? They realize that they have done this to themselves because they had an immature thought process, an immature communication style. They didn't think deeply about anything. This majorly changed them with the death coming out. This is hugely transformative for them. But like, again, who cares? Like looking at the Three of Pentacles at the base. Like, I mean, this is like, you have a level of, you're at a higher level of mastery than they are, and they kind of tapped you for better insight. But at the same time, you did have your own little journey here about what you like, what you don't like. Are we going to go on this journey together or not? What truly makes me happy? I don't know. Yeah, I think just from seeing this before we go any further with anything else, it's looking like you got to up your standards and realize some people just aren't on your level. I don't know. You probably already know that though. Okay, so what are you releasing? I'm second guessing myself through this entirety of this reading. If that means something for you, you second guess yourself, you doubt yourself, you're like, well, maybe I'm being too hard on them, maybe I'm judging them too quickly, maybe I'm, like they seem authentic, so maybe I should trust them, even though they don't really let me look at their phone and they're fucking, keeping me locked out of, I've never been to their house or like whatever. It's like building self-trust. Something about that was illuminated for you. The Hangman. You have a new perspective now about the Chariot. Your own way that you can control what you can control. What is within your control? I mean, your boundaries, right? It's what you allow to come in, what you give energy to. You're not a charity case. Neither should you be taking on charity cases. Yes. There are people out there that are on your level. Trust and believe that. What are you releasing? What did you release or are in the process of releasing through the experience of this relationship? What are you allowing to let go? Something that does not serve. Oh, a seriousness. Interesting. And then the Five of Cups. Seeing everything as the glass half empty. Maybe they were a little right about you. It was like, what was there any fun to be had here? Was there any good moments? Was there anything that was more lighthearted and jovial and silly and just like, you know, hey, let's argue a little bit. You know, you like it. And like, we don't need to make plans right now. Let's just enjoy the here and now moment. And then the Three of Wands, an expectation there. Like, hey, I put in all this. I deserve something out. And like, you know, how's my time being used wisely? And like, I get it. There's like a lightening up here. Just being in the moment. Three of Swords reversed. It's healing. I think it's healing. Yeah. Being okay. You know, you have a lot more agency when you're on your own. But still, there was good. There was good there, and it's worth acknowledging and being grateful for. So what did they release, if you care? What did they release as a course of this relationship? Two of Swords reversed. Indecision. Two of Cups upright. You. Queen of Pentacles reversed. Their own dependency. So, you know, they had to let you go. And they realize now that it was because they weren't as responsible, weren't as mature, weren't as serious, weren't as self-critical as you are and as you needed them to be. And it's the Two of Swords reversed is about making a decision. And I think they've kind of let go of their role in like, okay, they made Aries moon or Aries Venus, sorry. Aries Venus made the decision for me. I didn't have to do it, you know, like here we are. And, you know, they still haven't figured that out yet. I mean, they're trying to get themselves away from whatever chaos that you found them in and left them there. What do they want to say to you? If you're no longer in contact with them, Aries Venus, what would they like to say to you? Your body language says so much. Oh my God, stop. Just be clear. Oh, yeah. I hope you're happy. I don't know what to say. I fear that you will reject me. I'm sorry. In that moment, I didn't care. I pretend that I don't care. Leaving you hurt me too. Yeah, I mean, they just don't have the bandwidth to be on your level. And I think that, you know, this came into your life. If you're spiritual at all, you know, this is an opportunity for you to see what the other side is like for a moment and see how there are ways that you could lighten up to just be in the moment and enjoy your life in a way that, you know, if everything is just like, you know, marriage potential, long-term potential, like I want to be a power couple and like I get that, but for some reason your life really and this person coming into your life is hopefully trying to show you that you have to lighten up in order to be balanced, and you need balance in order to achieve what you're trying to achieve, whatever that may be. All right, so let's get a little advice. Hard climb. Many issues to deal with or difficult conversations. Oh man, I mean, like, is this how you see relationships, or is this just where you are right now? Magic within. Create space for personal growth and self-discovery. Crossed paths. A mismatch of intentions, clashing perspectives. A journey misled seeks alignment. Personal space and personal growth and self-discovery. Magic within, of course, right? There's a lot going on here with you personally. Like this space here, like whatever this was, you need more time to process why it went wrong on your end, on their end, just with your expectations, not just in relationships, but in life for yourself. It's back to what you can control. Typically, that's only going to be our own actions, our own attitudes towards things, our emotions, how we process them, how we choose to feel about things. It's not going to be another person. I learned that the hard way. If you want to have an effect on another person, the best and really the only positive, lasting way is through example, not through demand. It's a mismatch of intentions. They just want to have fun, and you were like, let's get let's get this fucking power couple on the path to success. So yeah, but I want to get something else, something to send you off here that's going to be good advice here from your angels, your guides, your loved ones. Aries, Venus, for this relationship and going forward. A little bit of faith goes a long way. Remember that. You don't have to trust and believe in anything all at once. If you're in a low place right now, take the smallest step away. You don't have to go 0 to 100. It's impossible for you to know it all. That could be the next littlest step out. And then the next and the next and the next comes naturally. So I hope that was helpful to you. If you like that, I also do, and I already have it posted, the rising sign readings for the entire month of February or whenever you're seeing this, and check that out. And then I'll also have a whole 2026 year ahead reading coming out soon. But I wish you well, and I think I don't have anything else to say. I don't know why. I just want to stay with you for a little bit longer, but like, this is a process, and so much is changing right now. The seeds, I'm going to tell this to every single reading. Every single reading that I do for this one, I'm saying this now. The seeds that you sow today will bear fruit for the rest of our lifetimes, the rest of your lifetime. And you don't have to do anything but be clean in what you choose to believe about yourself, about others, and about the world. That's the best thing you can do. And good luck. I'll see you next time. Bye.